Hey, can you help me out? I'm having trouble running my chicken coop.
Well, I have an MBA. I might be able to help you out. Let me take a look at your numbers.
I think we just need a little reform. We do have the #1 chicken coop in the world, you know.
Well, I hate to break this to you, but the only place you're number one is in costs. You're paying a lot, but you don't have much to show for it. Here's your problem. The foxes are eating your chickens left and right. What are you doing to keep them out?
Nothing. The foxes are in charge of running the chicken coop. Why, is that a problem?
Okay, back up here. Rule number one in organizational behavior, the first thing that I learned was that you get exactly what you reward. And this is true whether we're talking about individual employees or we're talking about an entire industry here. People are going to find ways to get at the carrots and avoid the sticks, and this is going to happen every single time. Now, you can regulate and you can monitor all you like here, but the problem is that your system is geared so that as many chickens get devoured as possible instead of being taken care of. And the foxes are going to find ways around your regulation, like water seeking its own level. That's the way it's going to happen because of the system itself.
What do you have against foxes?
Absolutely nothing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. The foxes are not bad for eating the chickens. It's in their nature. It's what they do. So the foxes who don't do what you want, that is, eat the chickens, are going to get fat and prosper. Whereas the foxes that do what you want, that is, generously and magnanimously simply take care of the chickens instead of eating them, are going to starve to death. So consequently, your entire system is guaranteed to fail. It rewards the behavior you don't want while punishing the behavior you do want. Now, what you need to do is revamp the entire system. Get rid of the foxes, keep them out of the chicken coop, and instead run the chicken coops yourself.
What, are you some kind of socialist? That would be a disaster. There would be dictatorships and rationing of chickens, and then there'd be the death panels, and...
No, this is completely hysterical here. Look, all you have to do is take a look at all the other chicken coops all over the world. They're all run this way. Nobody runs it the way that you've been running it. And none of these other places are dictatorships, and they don't become communist, and they don't lose their freedom, and there aren't any death panels, and there's no rationing. These are run in a sensible fashion, and that's the rule number one of business strategy. Success leaves clues. Where other companies are successful, you see what it is that they're doing, and you try to emulate that. And even in your own chicken coops here, look, I can see here that 2 of your chicken coops are actually run that way, and that's where you're getting your best results. And if I'm not mistaken, when you started running one of your 2 chicken coops that way, there was a lot of rhetoric very similar to what you were just talking about just now. That somehow running that chicken coop would lead to communism and it would lead to the downfall of freedom and so on and so forth. And it turns out that that didn't happen. That slippery slope did not come to pass. All you have to do is do more of what actually works and get rid of what doesn't work. This entire issue here is a no-brainer. Having for-profit health insurance companies run health care in America is a lot like having foxes in charge of a chicken coop. Now, I'm not against for-profit businesses, obviously. I'm a businessman myself. But I recognize what for-profit businesses do and what they don't do. What they do very well is they maximize profits, they maximize throughput, production, they maximize the amount of wealth for society, and they help to manage scarce resources as much as possible. Normally, this is a very good thing for the economy. In the case of healthcare, though, it's not a good thing because a sick person is a liability, according to a business. And that's a matter of pure numbers here. So consequently, a for-profit health insurance company is going to deny claims because that's a liability. They're going to try to kick sick people off the rolls because they're liabilities. They're going to try to make doctors jump through all kinds of hoops in order to get compensation because, again, that's in their best interest. $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. And they're going to try to raise the rates for everybody concerned because, again, that increases their amount of revenue. They're going to try to make a profit off of the system. They're not bad for doing this. It's what companies do. It's just not appropriate for the management of healthcare. All the other countries have realized it. It's time America realized this as well. We need to have Medicare for all American citizens. It is a common sense approach to the system here. It's cheaper, it's better, it's more humane.